Yeah. It would be fun if we could go to Norway, wouldn't it, Dad?
Yeah.
You could interpret for me. You could speak Norwegian and I could speak English.
Yeah.
And we could visit our relatives over there.
Yeah, we have relatives over there.
Sure. I met a man on the computer, but I haven't met him, but his name is Dan Fogderud.
Oh.
Dan Fogderud. Yeah. Dan Fogderud.
Huh.
So he's a young guy, so I'd have to find out who his parents are and stuff. Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yeah, it would be.
Spelled his name just like we do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fogderud, huh?
Yeah, Fogderud. Yeah. How do you say that in Norwegian?
Fogderud.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So when you were just starting school, you didn't even know English yet, did you?
Not hardly.
Hardly, because you spoke Norwegian at home with Mom and Dad?
No.
Really? Wow. Well, you remember a lot of Norwegian, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Can you read Norwegian too?
Yeah.
I'll have to...
I have no trouble with the Norwegian.
Good. What's that table prayer you say in Norwegian? Say that for me.
Fader vår, du som i himmelen. Helliget vorde ditt navn. Kommer ditt rike. Sker din vilja som i himmelen så på jorden.
What does it mean? How does this...
Sker din vilja, that is share your willingness with the people of Norway and wants and Hannaford.
Really? That's very special, Dad. Wow. Hey, wouldn't it be fun to go to Norway and meet our relatives over there?
Yes, it would be.
Yes, it would be. Yes, it would be. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to send a little picture here to my friend in Norway. His name is Dan.
Oh.
How do you greet him in Norwegian? What would you say?
What?
His name is Dan. Just
Dan?
Dan. Dan.
Dan.
Dan.
Dan?
Yeah.
Oh.
What would you say to a Norwegian over there? Who knows? Well, I know what we could invite him to come over to the United States.
Yeah.
How would you say? Invite him to come to America sometime.
Yeah.
And visit us. Ask him to visit us in Norwegian. Say that.
Komma till Amerika och besöka oss på norsk.
Norsk, yeah. Yeah, sure. That's neat. Yeah. Yeah. Well, God bless you, Dad. I love you. God loves us all, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yes, he does. Harley Alfred Fogderud, right?
Yeah.
And your dad's name was Alfred, right?
Yeah.
Alfred what?
Alfred Fogderud.
What was his middle name? What was it?
I don't know.
Can't remember? No middle names. And then your grandpa's name was Andrew?
Yeah.
And Andrew had two brothers, right? Wasn't there three brothers that came over?
Let's see it.
Andrew and Ole. One went to Canada, and one went to California, I guess, and one stayed here in North Dakota, right? I think, yeah. And then Andrew had your dad, Alfred. Who else? Conrad?
Yeah, and then there's several of them down by Dallas City. I don't remember.
Well, was some more of your aunts and with Laura and Eva?
They were sisters to my dad.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty.
And Grandma is still living, you know. She's in Grandma is still living. She's in the nursing home in
Cooperstown?
No, not Cooper. Down there.
Which one? Is that your grandma you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, really? What's your grandma's name? What was her first name?
I don't know. I think maybe I can't remember.
That's all right. But your mom is my grandma. Her name is Millie.
Yeah.
I miss Millie. I miss Grandma Millie.
Yeah.
Precious. She was at Bjugstad, right?
Yeah.
So you got all kinds of Norwegian Bjugstad friends,
Yeah.
right? Down in Wisconsin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got to go see them sometime.
Yeah.
I guess Laverne and Olive were here to see you, huh? Sometime last year?
Yeah, but they never...
They didn't stay long.
No, I never got to see them when they were here.
Well, bummer. We had a lot of fun with those guys, didn't we?
Yeah.
You have a lot of wonderful family, Dad.
Yeah.
They all enjoyed being together, and
Yeah.
I remember all of Bjugstad likes to joke a lot and
Yeah.
tell stories, and yeah. Well, then you've got some cousins left, like you got Arlene and Phyllis, and who else? Who are some of your cousins that?
Down in Barron?
Yeah,
Well, there was lots of cousins.
lots of them down there. But I think some of them are still living, like Phyllis and
Yeah.
Arlene. What's Sonny? How about what's Sonny's name?
Who?
Remember Sonny? They call him Sonny Bjugstad.
Oh, yeah, but
He's over in Wisconsin too.
yeah.
I got to go see him one of these days.
Yeah.
And then, you got all kinds of cousins down here.
Yeah.
I remember when you used to take us down to Barron and we would visit Uncle Helmer? What's his name?
Gilmer?
Hilmer. Yeah, Hilmer.
That was Laverne's dad.
That's Laverne's dad, huh? Yeah. My goodness. Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of good memories. And then Grandpa Bjugstad,
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah.
He's your mom's dad, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I remember him sitting there smoking his little pipe.
Oh,
He liked to do that. It was very sweet-smelling tobacco.
No, I didn't know that he smoked.
Well, it wasn't cigarettes. It was a pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it would be fun to take a trip to Barron again, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
That would really be fun. Yeah. You never know. We could try that sometime.
Edward. Remember Uncle Edward?
I remember Uncle Edward, yeah.
I don't remember his kids at all.
But I mean, those kids are your cousins too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it was Edward and Hilmer and who else? Harold Bjugstad, yeah. August, yeah. I remember when Kathy and Keith were little, my kids, we would go up there and have a good time at Uncle Hilmer's place, Laverne's place, right? Laverne and Olive.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yep. And then remember, who got married down there? Did Phyllis marry down there? And my brother Tim was in the wedding, I think.
Oh.
He was the ring bearer, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, and Sharon might have been in there too, I'm not sure. Yeah. But I remember the trip that we had your old 1949 Chrysler we took down there.
Oh.
I think so, yeah. That was a nice car, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a great car.
That was. And then later you got a 1953 Chrysler. That was nice too. Boy, that thing rode like $1 million. I wish you still had those cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like you say, we have a lot of good memories, don't we, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I never did get to know your Grandma Bjugstad, I don't think. I never got to know her.
No, I didn't.
You didn't know her well, did you?
I didn't know her myself, I don't think.
I don't think you did. But you sure remember Grandpa Bjugstad, yeah. Yeah. Yep.
That month is almost gone.
And then
December.
I just remember having a lot of good memories down there. Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be December.
And then some of the other family, like Mom's cousins too. You're good friends with them, Johnson, the guy that plays piano, you know. Out in Colorado. What's his name? Yeah. You know who I'm talking about. My memory's going. Yeah. Her cousin's Johnson. Curtis Johnson? No, not Curtis. Arlen Curtis, and then Arlen. His mom was Francella, right? And then Clayton Johnson. You remember that bunch of cousins?
What's his name?
Clayton Johnson.
Oh, Clayton. Yeah.
Yeah. And then who's his brother? Oh man. What?
Abby.
Yeah. Yep. And then oh man. Francis, I was thinking of. Francis and Iola.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We got to go see them one of these days.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. His name was slipping my mind there for a minute, Dad.
Mhm.
But I always enjoyed listening to him play piano.
Oh.
He had played such a happy piano, you know, like I traveled along life's lonesome way. My burdens were heavy, and dark was my day. Remember that song?
Yeah.
I looked for a friend, not knowing that he had all of this time been looking for me. Remember that song? Anyway, Francis would play that on your piano.
Oh.
Tell me one more thing, Dad. You told me once before, but I know you grew up in a wonderful home and you grew up in a Lutheran home. But at one point, you went to a service and gave your life to Jesus Christ, didn't you?
Yeah, I suppose.
Was that in Karnak or something?
Well,
What happened there?
they had the services in Karnak in the church there.
Okay.
Mostly the Bible camp.
The Bible camp. Yeah. Wow.
We went to the Bible camp. I don't know, my dad went to the Bible camp.
Really? Yeah.
But he was strictly Lutheran, my dad was.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Nothing else, huh? He was a good man. I like your dad.
Yeah.
I love him. Well, that's where I gave my life to Jesus too, was at the Bible camp.
It was.
Yeah. Do you remember one time when I was about 5 years old,
Yeah.
I was supposed to go visit Grandpa and Grandma,
Oh.
your dad,
Yeah.
and he came up to your farm to get me, and I didn't want to go with him for some reason,
Oh.
and I gave him such a hard time.
Oh.
I kicked his dashboard, and he got so upset with me, he took me back home and wouldn't take me with him. Isn't that too bad?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I feel bad I did that now, you
Yeah.
know. But, yeah, I wish I'd have spent more time with him. Yeah.
Well, you can still spend some time with him.
That's right. Someday we'll be together. All the time, yep. Yep, that's right, Dad. One of these days we'll all be together again.
Yeah.
What a day that will be. When my Jesus I will see.
Yeah.
When I look upon his face, the one who saved me by his grace, right? When he takes me by the hand and leads me to that promised land, what a day. Glorious day that will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we talk about a meeting in the air. Remember that song, There's Going to Be a Meeting in the Air?
Yeah.
That's going to be quite a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently all of our loved ones are going to come back with Jesus Christ to meet us. I think that's the way it's going to work, Dad. I think so. I don't understand it, but it must be going to work that way. Yep. Do you think we should go see what Mom's doing? She's probably down in the room wondering where we are. Should we go say hi to Mom?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I want you to know I love you, Dad. I thank you for being such a wonderful dad. My kids love you. My grandkids love you. And
They do, huh?
yep, and they want to see you more. So I got to bring them up to North Dakota, I guess. Right?
Yeah.